Did you see it in wildcard?
Yeah.
We were talking about it, but I believe it was mostly mid. We didn't get to see maybe one.
Yeah, I think we floated the option.
I personally really like the composition coming in from YG. There's a very well-balanced composition. Ying on the Valentina probably not for a glass cannon, which makes it very good for the Sora later on. The Sora ultimate and the abilities that he's going to steal.
Okay, M7 World Championship.
Two teams. Can Yangon Galacticos rise above
Stage
expectations
round 2
and prove their own
J2
identity of themselves as strong
Onic Indonesia versus Yangon Galacticos Myanmar တင်းတို့ရဲ့ပစောဝမ်ဂိမ်းနံပါတ်ပွဲစဉ်လေးစတင်လို့လာခဲ့ပြီဖြစ်ပါတယ်
I'm very used to saying Onic PH. That happens a lot. Onic Indonesia. Thank you very much.
Here we go, folks. Welcome to the land of Dawn for a best of one between YG, one of the most feared best of one teams in the tournament, against one of the favorites, Onic.
Only you three la shot here.
Straight up. It's actually a conducive blast choice for Lutpi. Now that's already different from
အခုမကြိုက်တာတော့လောက်ကွက်ထွက်တဲ့ရင်ကိုကလရီနိုင်ပေးတာ
to rotate and help the team, and maybe it's also because he's up against the Valentina that he just wants to have more tempo over brawling it out against the Valen.
Interesting, like there, right? So Tank Emblem, Concussive Blast, Festival of Blood, Rook's got the Rupture, and you know, it's not a matchup.
ကျွန်တော်ကျုံးရနေပြီဆိုတာအဲ့မဲ့ Sky now ကျုံးဖို့လောက်တော့
even Sora as a hero, you know, teams have still been trying to figure out the best way to utilize this hero. Yes, there's a whole lot of crowd control that you do to get with it, but again, well, usually when I've seen it, I mean, like, man, it's a whole lot of show and fireworks, but you need that follow-up potential with that Sora on your lineup. So, interestingly enough, that this will be the case, and I think even with this lineup, you just wait for that turtle to break out, just because they don't really have the setup potential.
ဒီနာစပေးဖြိုးပါနဲ့မန်နာမလောက်ဝဲနေပဲ
Range minion missed out there by Lina. Good freeze.
Ooh, really good taunt.
ဟမ်
Just that though for now. Yeah. It's Yangon Galacticos getting pressure on the map, but you gotta remember speed crab, so they are really setting up for into a fight before Ying gets to rotate.
I like the slower approach Onic ID are taking to handling the middle, making sure that they could stop Lina from hitting
level 4. ပေးလိုက်ပြီအဲ့တူတယ်ဟမ်ဘလူးပဲမရှိဘူးကီယုံပေးနေမရရင်
Turtles up, half health. Steve's gonna be dropped down too. Ying's gonna jump in.
တရောခိုင်ပြီးပဲရခဲ့တယ် first blood
a whole lot of damage around the pit still, but
first blood ကိုတော့ရင်ပေးလိုက်ဆိုလက်ပီကိုပြန်ခဲ့တယ်
It's a kill though. A trade the 1-for-1 turtle to Onic.
Okay.
Might have been a little bit too aggressive there for Yangon Galacticos.
One trade
on that Leomord. It had revitalized as well. Great entry win by Kyrie.
Yeah, and again, it was all set up by the tempo for Onic. The reason they went Concussive Blast, right? Early on, Lutpi, a really good read to freeze up the lane, to get that prio, get a rotation in, and secure XP Crab. After that, it was about clearing the wave quicker, getting level 4, and instantly rotating to a very fast turtle take. And that's what really stopped Yangon Galacticos from being able to retaliate. Remember, they want to react, but if they're not given the opportunity to react, it gets really tough for this comp.
So I expect Yangon Galacticos is going to be a little bit more proactive with making sure that their nearby side lanes are ready once the turtle is up. But then at the same time, you don't do so much when your opponents are just doing an even better job of controlling, such as this. San's not afraid to use Feathered Airstrike to stop or delay the return of Stitch to the bottom lane, while also applying pressure by taking his health down.
Yes, hand win လာပြီတော့
Down Blink could be in trouble. Relies on the glorious pathway to exit on out.
ကတ်တော့က
With
စတိုင်လောင်ဗန်းနိုင်ဘူး
the Valentina being overloaded with options here, I'm wondering what exactly Ying's going to do because of the ultimates that he can take. I mean, even in a sense, like, he could go with a Feathered Airstrike in some of these objective fights. It could even be continuous, the Sora take, deciding what are we seeing more of? Like the Torrent? Is that there's the Torrent and the other ultimate? Yeah. Sort of the.
Fanny ကတော့ပိုင်းနေမှာ
Okay.
ဖာစာပြတ်မတော့ကွာ
Han's got the damage though on this Fanny, and again, this is why we see this Fanny pop up now for what is it, the third time?
Yeah. Yangon Galacticos just have zero map presence right now. It's all Onic ID, setting the tempo. Keyboard might get punished.
Oh, that duality. It's going to bring Keyboard back in. I don't think he's
ဟန်ဝင်းလာလိုက်ရင်ပြတ်တယ်နော်ဟန်အော်
He's
ဒီ
got
အေ
the
ဂျီ
Avatar
ခေါ်
Guardian. He is fine.
No Revitalize though. That is a very expensive resource to burn out before Turtle 2.
Okay. Turtles up. They might just have to give this up. I'm not sure if Kyrie wants to get give the go on this. It looks like they're going to go for Blink anyway, dragging him back. Glorious
ရှင်းစုပြသွား3ယောက်ကြီးနောက်က damage ပါမလားတာတေကိုတော့ဟန်ရသွားပြီ
still going. Kyrie could be in trouble and Han finds it
လက်ပြီးချသွားပြီဗျာထက်ပြီးကိုင်းလို့ဝတ်တက်အေးအဲ့လို
Yangon Galacticos
ဒီ
gets
ဝိုင်းမှာ
a lot.
ကြာပါပြီ
Amazing shift in tempo by Yangon Galacticos. They saw what Onic did Turtle 1, they adapted to it, they know it was all about speed, who got there first. Again, I'd say a little bit of a misplay there for Keyboy to not use the AOG instantly and to wait. Because the revitalized burn is so expensive. We saw how they won Turtle 1 fight. There was no way, aside from, again, brute forcing their way into Turtle with the horse and with Lutpi. And it didn't really pay off for them because it was only on Blink.
Calculated for Yangon Galacticos, reading the situation very well heading into that Turtle 2. Now, 5 minutes into the game, still could be anyone's ball game, but compared to what
I
like how
So
once the sequence and the major objective is done, once they're done at the center of the map, they're putting a lot of value onto helping out Stitch. They're making sure their gold laner is getting farm, is comfortable, and it's not just the Skylar solo show that Onic was able to do for majority of the time they've had with Skylar, because teams who just let Skylar in lane, you're not gonna have a great result for your own gold laner. You gotta make sure your gold laner is able to win against Skylar. So far,
this is kind of what we are used to seeing, you know. We saw them play like this. It's a great start for them. At the same time, you know, Stitch basically needs to go ahead and continue to follow what we just saw Innocent do in the last match. You know, get that timing, scale up, and get that Trinity as quickly as possible. Because eventually, I feel like, you know, these objective fights later on, when we're concerned with the Lord, could be a little bit different. But so far, you know, we did see Onic also play from the back foot, like play from that deficit against their match yesterday. So this, you can't, you know, based off the first 5 minutes, I still feel like a whole lot can happen here, obviously, by the time we get to the next Turtle.
Yeah, I think for Onic and Keyboy mainly, he's so used to being able to bait out a lot of cycles, a lot of resources with Gadakacha, with high-lows, that I think he completely forgot that Yangon Galacticos don't care. Like with this lineup, there is not a single resource you're going to be able to burn out in terms of damage, right? Lo Yi just dispenses out that damage constantly. So you're going to have to be way more clean with how you're baiting out skills. It has, even then, like, I don't think there is anything to bait out. Like, maybe energy from Fanny, but then you have purple buff.
That's always one of the risks when you're going up against is that as much as you'd want to force something out of it, if you force, like, let's say, diversions so the Loyi will escape, not a lot of Loyis will do that. They'd rather just eat it because they know just how important the diversion is. And there's usually the higher risk of you just constantly eating the combination with the duality, everything, constantly getting sucked in, you're not going to be able to escape. And then similar to what we saw to Kiboy, if you have just one person helping that Loyi out, you're going to be spending too much. So adjustment we'll see from Kiboy, where he'll get the vision, but he won't try to disrupt way too much unless there's someone else with him.
But also, if we just take a look at the compositions, yes, Onic do have a way to scale up mid to late game, but the way that they can do that is a bit more situational. It's very conditional, right? Because get so far ahead that offense becomes a very, very good defense. If Lutpi and Kyrie fall behind, which is definitely something that we're seeing happen right now, how is Skylar and Suns gonna get enough room to dish out damage? Meanwhile, for Yangon Galacticos, it's such a well-crafted composition where all of them want to dive in. All of them want to go in together. It's not split up.
I think a part of this too, like when we've been seeing the way that the rotating has gone, though, you know, I know we mentioned Yangon Galacticos, especially with this Loyi playing around the map. Like, how do they make that happen without being too overzealous or overstepping? And you know, we saw a little glimpse of this yesterday with the Loyi hands of TL. And that macro presence that you can have eventually is going to be something that Onic ID wants to watch out for, but so far it's all been the objectives, you know, and focusing on that. And with this little bit of a lead that's built up now, Galacticos continue on.
Defensive items built up for the Valentina. Gets the black ice on the way to Domi, but he might be going for the Oracle just first. Get the cooldown reduction locked in, knowing that he is going to be cosplaying Sora for majority of this game. See, even in the mid control.
Onic Skylar ခေါ်ပြီးပဲတဲ့ဆိုင်ပြီလို့
by these two.
ဒါပေမဲ့မလောက်မှန်းသိတော့
Sees Ying, and now Ying will be able to help Han get closer to the turtle.
There's a rush on Lightning Truncheon, by the way, for Suns as well.
Lin
So,
go,
utility and not a
Lin
lot
at
to
the
deal with
hit.
the healing
Heat
coming down
hour,
from
eh?
Yangon and Galactico. So Revitalize going to be big.
Chastise on Ludby already.
Yeah. Oracle picked up here for Ying, so a little bit of difference in the items and the build path.
Blue bomb
going for last turtle of the game. There we go. There's the crowd
Okay,
control.
but
Gonna bring
let
him
me
back
stop when
around,
so
comes to
we
the
went.
backside. Blake's quite low too. Han forced out.
Step လည်းကျွတ်ပြန်လာတယ်ဘက်လိုင်းထဲမှာ
Crash on in.
The beast
Flickers
to
to
the Zarina.
Iron to get out of there. But
Yeah, Tate Uro.
sustaining through the fight. They'll pick up.
တာတဲ့ဟိုဟန်ရခဲ့တဲ့အပြင်
the trade.
ရင်းတွေရောဆန်းဆက် ကောက်ပြသွားခဲ့ပါပြီ
And it's through controlling the waves that Yangon
ရင်းနေနဲ့ဆန်းဆက်ကိုကောက်ပြသွားခဲ့ပါပြီလို့
out on the turtle, still hold on to the lead. Diversion into bottom lane, and again, it's tempo, it's speed. How do they capitalize on objectives? How do they capitalize on winning these fights? It's instant capitalization.
ဟုတ်တယ်ရင်းလုံးပြသွားပြီနော်
This Valentina. It's not a Valentina damage dealer cosplaying as a Sora. It is a Valentina Sora frontliner. It is an EXP laner to its truest form. Instead of going for what is expected to be fast cannon, nope, it's another frontliner dishing out crowd control and being a nuisance
မ
for
ပေါ်ဝဲ
Onic.
လို့လည်းအမှားမလုံးမိစေနဲ့ရင်းထက်တိုးလာတယ်တူပဲပါစာဆန်းဆက် ပြတ်သွားပြီဗျာ Skylar တက်ပြီးတော့ကြာသွားတယ် စစ်တစ်တော့ပြန်ပေးလာသေးတယ်ဟမ်ပြတ်ပဲတော့လင်မောထက်နင်းထားတယ်ဖင်ကမရှိတော့
A huge jump from Keyboy, a diversion to get on out, and they disengage. It's a 2 for 2.
Right now,
They
it's
look
still all
like
good for
you're
Yangon
going here,
Galacticos.
God,
They
I'm
did not
still-
lose any bounties
still
there.
you can
And
be there,
in
yeah.
terms of conversions,
You're
they
gone.
got Suns and Skylar. They got the two carries, and again, for Onic ID, the way they peel for
Oh,
their
nearly
backline
lost,
is
I
through
know,
going
okay.
in, is through being so much of a threat that their backliners get the free hit. You can definitely see that it's not happening right now. YG
Yeah.
don't care if Onic walk up like that with the Phantom Steed, with Sora. Doesn't really matter for
ကြာ
now.
နေပြီ on နေတဲ့ဟုတ်တယ်
Appreciate the Yangon Galacticos.
အဲ short တော့လို့မရဘူးနော်ဟိုအောင်နေတဲ့တဘာရှိရနော်
More devastating loss. They're still okay. 2,000 difference. A rush with the Malefic Roar actually for Han in the Fanny. Was Hunter Strike and
Fanny
the Ward
lane
actually
supreme,
for
eh?
the Ward.
You can
Okay,
definitely see
on
the
yeah,
difference
that
as well.
be
Younger Galacticos for Lina, instant glowing one, right? You want to have that against a Revitalize and Onic. They went for Lightning Truncheon. They went for a little bit more burst. They thought they were going
မွေးနေမွေးနေမွေးနေမလင်မောရှိရ
some of these tanky boys, but now they're in desperate need of anti-regen. And it's, I don't think anyone's building it up right now. Okay, Keyboy finally got it.
ဒီကောင်လေးတိုးလာပြီခုနကတော့ဒီကောင်လေး
That's
ပတဲရင်စ
finally
ပြီ
something that they can use to deal with Revitalize. Because you mentioned, I saw YG were just sustaining through it all.
Yeah.
Yes, no one was there to put the anti-regen down.
Now they got it. So this is going to be the face-off for this Lord. I don't think either team really wants to commit to it just yet. We've seen those force engages happen here before the objectives break out. And
Issue
a lot
low,
of times
okay,
it might be
issue low,
until
blown it.
we decide to do that. Now Yango and Galacticos.
John, what, let me, hold on, oh. Now got Stinner, Lina,
their
3 health.
strengths here. Having a
Eh,
Fanny
stay.
going around, there's Luke again.
And he got Eddie up
Airstrike
here,
down too.
ရင်းလဲအဲ့ဒီပေးလိုက်ပြီ
Ultimate down. They could use here.
But it's both. Ying as well got baited out to use the ultimate, so you can steal it back away later, but he's gonna have to wait for a bit.
လူပေါမှာလားလူပေါမလို့လား
Lord. Up top, I don't know how that wave is building up. It looks even.
ဟိုင်လောလောပဲခင်တာတယ်တိုးလာပြီခေါင်းခေါက်ထားတဲ့ key boy
Sitting at half health right now.
ဒီမော
Going to be used too, but it's just
Bit
a
down on.
fight for an objective space right now. Both teams dancing back and forth. There's the initiation from Luffy. They're going to go for it here.
လောတော့ stretch ကြသွားတယ်ဘက်လိုင်းထဲမှာရင်ပြန်ထွက်လို့ရအောင်ရင်ပြန်ထွက်လို့မရတော့ဘူးလို့
But they're still going.
ဒီ why မှာထွက်ကြသွားပြီ Skylar တက်
gets a double. The 2-for-1 trade.
2 for 1 trade
Jungler for Yangon Galacticos. Onic ID still has 3 members. Both will reset and will revisit the Lord later on. Sans decides to go for the Queen's Wings as his second item. Was wondering actually what he was going to build into, if he's going to force himself to
Only
build
look,
damage
yeah,
just to
10
match
dollar
the
move,
output,
the
or
hell
he'll build
there.
for a little bit more sustain. The answer is that. Yangon now starts it off slowly with Stitch as Han will be able to come back.
Blinks gonna
Yeah,
get pushed
Luppy.
on. Loopy in
Luppy,
trouble getting
beat
caught
it,
out,
yeah,
unfortunately. And with
Honest,
Luppy
you might
gone,
be
numbers
no,
advantage right now for YG.
can you
Still
can
plenty
you
of
don't
ultimates
know
available
can
to his pathway though, so still Onic wants to go ahead and face off.
You
Can't
got no
leave zone
sense
out
that
enough.
ADC yeah.
Kyrie trying to find the angle. Ying taking a couple shots by the feather airstrike.
No, no, y'all you be the yeah, key one AOG no can be better so you may Yeah, key one or go with yeah.
Again, that's the advantage and the disadvantage of going concussive blast over Brave Smite. If you go for the Brave Smite, you would have a little bit more sustain there, but because it was concussive and because it was kind of reliant on the early game, getting tempo,
easy,
now have that sustain lead on everyone. With the revitalized Han, Stitch, they're good. Lina and Ying, they got Brave Smite, so they can constantly just heal back up.
No, yeah, you tell her me
The Galacticos, they're taking it to the Sky Kings.
What guy
ID. Now I realize exactly just why.
Luppy ne jin ESP lane na shin ji lai jin bo jai de
Celebrate that they were gonna go up against YG.
Yin
They're
bo da
so
lo
good. The
kan la
patience, the front to back. They check the conditions before they go for the full engage. Luppy quickly got punished. That's the level of team.
Pasa es strategy pi do ai lo jin mye win la Platina lo ye kan si a pyo
It does get brought to half health. But this is all for the Lord. They've got plenty of ultimates to march in with this. They want to go ahead and take down the shields. They get the waves up marching in together. Charge in from the Lord. Tier 2 falls. There's an engage. Loopy just trying to delay them a little further. An AOG as well from Keyboy. Top side, Lord finally goes down. They hold on to the base turret. Cables on out. Kyrie trying to do everything to keep that base turret up. And Onic will hold on to the base.
But again, it is such a big win for Yangon Galacticos. Now they have all the tempo in the world. They have
2 မိတ်ကကောင်းနေမှာပဲဆိုတော့ကောင်းလာဆိုပြီးတော့ Platina ထုတ်ပြီးတော့ EHP မှာဆော့ကြများတယ် ကိုရပဝေးခင်းတာလေ Cloud Blessing ဂျူရယ်နဲ့ Kyrie ကြာသွားရင်နောက်ကလည်းမှာရင်းမှာ
And
Yangon Galacticosလက်ပြီးတော့ထပြီးတော့
Lutby falls as well. Sans and Skylar.
ကြာသွားခဲ့ရ
They just have to watch as everybody falls.
Skylar နှစ်ကောင်ပဲကြံတော့တယ်
Sans
Skylar နှစ်ကောင်နဲ့မလို့ကားမှာတော့
win against Onic Indonesia. They said they were number 1.
Free C တွေပြီ
Defeat their opponents here. The base going to be worked on.
Indonesia champion လို့တော့ပြောပါပဲလို့ YG Onic Indonesia champion ရေပဲစားနေတဲ့အသင်းကိုတော့
Declared themselves top 2.
နိုင်ရရှိတော့တွားခဲ့ရွေးဖြစ်ပါတယ်
The best. But today, on this day, Yangon Galacticos is better than Onic.
2-0 Yeah.
This is a declaration. They are not a dark horse.
မနေ့ကတပွဲနိုင်တယ်တပွဲနိုင်တယ်
Yangon Galacticos are contenders.
နေ့ပြန်တင်း liquid PH နဲ့ပါထပ်တွေ့ထပ်ရိုက်ပြီး 3Z နဲ့ upper bracket ကစောင်းနေလိုက်တော့ဘာမီကိုလို့ M2 တော့
Contenders. What a performance by Yangon.
I knew there was something, man, when we saw them in the qualifying match, leading here to their M7 journey.
ငိုနေနော်မငိုနဲ့ဘယ်ကြောင်ကပ်ပြီးတော့ခက်နေပြောကြောင်ကပ်ပြီးမငိုကြနဲ့နော်
Between both teams. But I gotta say, that confidence that they talked about, hey, they just put it in motion. You gotta give it up here to Blink. You know, there's so many performances from Ying to Blink setups to Lina even being able to get those duality off when they counted. Just everything fell into place.
The first law in it.
It was perfect. Again, YG.
First law so
what Onic have been doing to every MPLID throughout season 16. It was them outsmarting Onic. It was them outclassing Onic in every single department. ချင်းလေးဖွင့်ပေးလိုက်ပါဦးလို့
I'm looking
ချင်းဖွင့်လို့မရကောပြတ်မိသွားလိမ့်မယ်
members of Yangon Galacticos.
ဂျိုးလေးဖွင့်ပေးလိုက်ပါဦးနော်ဂျိုးလေးဖွင့်ပေးလိုက်ပါတော့
When they got the winning moment. Could they
လွယ်လိုက်တာဟုတ်တယ်လွယ်လုံးနေတယ်အခုလို့ညာလဲ
move on to the stage with bringing the members of YG to hear
လွယ်လုံးနေ
from
လွယ်
the Young Guns.
What an unexpected turn of events. Please
ဒီ
give
ရင်
it up
ခေါ်ပါကွာ
for Yangon Galacticos. Oh my my goodness. I think a lot of us are still in shock. But now we have on stage Stitch and Blink together with us. Congratulations for that win against Onic Indonesia. Now, my first question is... Okay, so Blink, we showed a video earlier. And you guys mentioned that for you, Onic, and then you are next after Onic. Now, after winning against them, does this put you on top of Onic?
It's just best of one, so like we can't say yes, so we gotta go to best of 3 to tell.
Okay, I see. But I'm liking the smile on your face. You seem very happy after that win, okay? Now, moving on to Blink. Yesterday, a lot of people were shocked by your health game yesterday, okay? So, I have a question for you. Why do you think is Yangon, compared to other teams, a lot more confident in bringing out...
Magadong camera divided been of Fizinala. Do easy then to what you go.
He's very confident about the Helga pick because like it's his signature.
I see. Okay. So now, for my last question. Since you won this match again, do you have anything to say to the other 2-0 teams that you will potentially go up against tomorrow? That includes Liquid, SRG, Alter Ego. Do you have anything to say to these teams that you will go up against?
We'll try our best to face you guys, so we are ready.
We are ready, and I hope they will be ready too. And later on, we will find out what the matchups are indeed going to be. But for now, congratulations once again to Yangon, and thank you so much for joining us on stage.
It's time that we head on
over back to our casters to break down that game for us.
Yangon, you guys, I'm excited to see you for the rest of this tournament. They now move up to the
Indonesia
bracket.
They are a match away, because it's going to be best of 3, so it could be two games away, 3 games away, depending on that, to making it to the knockout stage. They could be the first one to do it as well.